Hello everyone, this is George Packard with Family Lawn and Landscape, and today we are having Desk Talk. On today's exciting edition of Desk Talk, we are going to discuss the answer to your money collection problems. Number one, best thing you can do for your business, and believe me when I tell you this, is train all your customers, get everybody switched over from this point forward to prepaying customers. Okay, we don't take anyone anymore unless it's 100% prepay. The days of billing them at the end of the month are gone. We don't put up with that anymore. There's just too many heartbreaking stories and whatnot that there's always somebody that can't pay for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't even give you a reason, they just don't pay you. So what we do in our company, we established this about 2 years ago as we switched everybody over to prepay and all new customers. And we weeded out, we still have a lot of customers that, we still have some that are kind of slow paying, but we always get paid, so we kind of grandfather those in and we leave them alone. Because they're still a good client, we would consider that. However, going forward, everybody, whether it's commercial, whether it's residential, makes no difference to us. It's 100% prepay. So that's the biggest thing you can do to help yourself out. And don't think for a minute that they won't do it, because they will. If they want your service, they're going to have to go by your policies. Okay, and that's just what we tell people. It's a shame. It's a crappy world like that, but it's one we all live in. So, all right, there's that. Then, slow payers. I want to tell you what to do with them. If they're good customers, obviously you want to keep them on. You don't want to get rid of them. But on the other hand, if they're not such good customers, you're always trying to get your money from them, always having to call them. Get rid of them. Just get rid of them. You don't need that. If these people can't pay their bills, they can't afford your service. They don't need to be there if they're constantly struggling. It's always going to be a battle for you, and sooner or later you're going to get stung. Okay, so we had some that were, even our office let them get 6 months behind. And the thing was, it was this sweet little old lady that, the girls just didn't have the heart to stop. And when I found out about it, that we were 6 months in the hole on this thing, well, that little sweet little old lady got canned quick, and we don't do that anymore. So make sure you don't let yourself get into a trap like that. Non-payers, go to collections. Feel free to email me. We have, I'll give you the name of a company that we use. I've had not good luck with any collection companies. I don't care who they are, but do have a collection company that actually turns them over to their credit bureaus for us. And it actually cost me like 25 bucks a piece, I think, to have them turned over to that. But I look at it like this. If they've screwed me out of money, I'm going to screw them back. I'm going to see to it when they go to get that next car loan or house loan or any type of loan, that judgment is on there, that they still haven't paid me. So believe it or not, we've had people pay us just because of that. So it might cost you an extra 25 bucks, but you know what? If it stings them, I'm okay with that. So I'm not trying to be a vengeful person, but I'll tell you what, if they put the screws to me, they're going to get the screws right back. So, excuse me. Let's see. Now, like your bigger jobs, like your landscape jobs, your clean outs, things like that involve a lot of money. When you get into the hundreds and hundreds of dollars, what we do is we ask for half the money up front. And if they're not willing to give us half the money up front, then they're not willing to work with us. So we don't need that customer. I've been stung way too many times going into properties, doing a big job for them, big clean out, and all of a sudden they just disappear off the face of the earth. All of a sudden, the work that you did, which was wonderful at the time, all of a sudden wasn't good enough, so now they're not going to pay you, and it's one excuse after another. And that's all it is. It's just excuses. So do yourself a favor. Make sure you get half the money down, okay? Deadbeat customers, like I said, you can send me an email. I'll send you over a link to the company that we use, so at least you can attack them on that front, okay? One thing also that I do is I literally go door to door trying to collect money that people owe me. I've actually make it a point. It's almost like a holiday for me just to go down there and try and collect money in Florida, because I go door to door looking for this money. First thing I do is I try calling them. And, of course, they're not going to answer the phone or anything like that. So that doesn't work. So I go knock on their door. Then I make these nice big letters that I put up and big bold print on them too. pay your bills. And I like to stick those right on the doors. Because I love letting the neighbors know just what a piece of crap deadbeat you really are. So, what I do is I'll even knock on the neighbor's door, and I'll ask if they've seen you around or whatnot, and I give them my card and say, I'd appreciate it if you give me a call as soon as you see Mr. Johnson, or whoever it is that happens to owe me this money. And after I go around every one of those, you wouldn't believe how many times I've seen them in the windows of their house watching me. I see the little shade moving where they're watching me go and do this. Well, you know what? They get pissed about it, and the next thing you know, they're paying their bill. Why? Because you're letting all the neighbors know what a piece of shit deadbeat they really are, okay? I put them up on their car. I'll put a big old poster on their car. I'll put it on their house. I'll knock on all the neighbors' doors, talk to all of them, give them my card. Make sure that they see me doing all of this because I feel it's just important. It's just due diligence just to make sure that you people pay your bills. That's all. So, okay, I do that. Let's see. You can always go to small claims court with them too. In Wisconsin, I know it costs us about, I think now it's up to like $90 to take them to small claims court. And you do get a judgment out of it, which you can pretty much use as toilet paper to wipe your hind end because that's about all it's good for. But at the same time, there again, it goes against their credit, things like that. So I do like that. I do like turning them over to my credit agency, small claims court, and of course beating on their doors. So all else fails, there's what I like to call night ops. And I hate to condone this, and I'm not going to condone it for anybody. I'm just going to tell you that the Roundup Chronicles are huge, and if they could talk, oh my goodness, the things you can do with Roundup at night. But again, I'm not advocating that. I don't think anyone should do that. Did I just say? I just said that, didn't I? It's not the ethical thing to do, especially if you don't have a license. So make sure you have a license. But be careful. I mean, there was one instance. I'd love to be headstrong, go after our money, this, that, and the other, the people owe us. But I'll tell you what, in reality, you got to be careful. There was one instance where I came after this guy for money, and of course he swore up and down he didn't owe me the money, which he did, and he knew he did, but he's just a bum. So, came after the money. He calls the police on me. So, next thing you know, 2 squad cars block off each end of the street. And have me get my hands up, blah, 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 and a cop comes up to me, he says, we've had issues with this guy several times. He said, do you realize he's got a gun right there behind the door? He always keeps it there. He said, how much does the guy owe you? I said, $180. He said, so your life is worth $180? And that made me think, what am I doing out here? The guy's a nut job to begin with, and I'm out here, trying to collect my money from him, but I don't know, man. Just the way I was brought up, I don't like it when people do that to me. I don't do that to anybody else, so I don't expect them to do it to me. But keep in mind, just keep a cool head. And, those are some things that you can use to help you out to collect some money. So embarrass the crap out of them. Do what you can. That's what I do. Okay. This has been Friday's edition of Desk Talk. Made that up. That's original. Copyright George Packard Family Lawn and Landscape. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Oh, phone's ringing. I got to get that. See you guys. Thanks.